Hello everyone, I'm Kevin, and in this info session, we're breaking down everything you need to know to plan the perfect Bahamas getaway. The Bahamas is one of those rare destinations that effortlessly blends crystal clear turquoise waters, sun-soaked islands, and vibrant culture into one unforgettable escape. With so much to explore across its many islands, we've brought in an expert from Bahamas Tourism Board to help guide us through it all. If you're planning a Bahamian getaway or simply dream about your next island escape, this one is one you'll want to watch. So joining us today is Quinn Brown from the Bahamas Tourism Board. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. And this is such a warm hospitality and the welcome. Thank you so much to Brian and the entire TripToGo team. This is perfect.
Thank you so much for being here. So first, I'm going to start with some questions for you.
Absolutely.
So for those who may not be familiar with the Bahamas, how would you describe the Bahamas from your experience?
So, and it's great we have the map right there in the background.
Yeah,
Take a look.
yeah.
It is a really diverse destination. When you look at us, you can see on the map, it's actually an archipelago. So it means a chain of islands. So we are a multi-island destination, and each one has its individual unique experience. Of course, people know us for our capital, Nassau and Paradise Island. Nassau is the metropolitan area where you have big mega resorts and lots of tourism activities. But if you take a look, we have around Nassau, the Bahamas Out Islands, Grand Bahama, the Abacos, Berry Islands, and each of them have their own little unique personality. So when describing us as a destination, it's not just one experience, it's multiple experiences in one.
That's amazing. What makes the Bahamas different from every other Caribbean destination in terms of the overall travel experience?
Yes, and this is something that I only recently learned myself too. So when you look at the map there of the Bahamas in terms of the geography, from top to bottom, we're actually a similar size to the Eastern Caribbean. So it's like you have the Caribbean in the Bahamas as one destination itself in terms of land mass. So just that proximity alone to island hop between each one, and as I mentioned before, getting those diverse experiences in each island.
Definitely.
That is what really sets us apart.
That's awesome. So what are some of the most beautiful hidden beaches or sandbars? Just get into the insights, yeah.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
So absolutely, with all these islands, as you can imagine, there are some of the secluded, less traveled areas. A popular one in Nassau on Paradise Island. So Paradise Island is connected to the Nassau mainland by 2 bridges, and Paradise Island is home to multiple resorts, such as mainly the Atlantis Paradise Island, but we have others like the Warwick Paradise Island as well. And there's a beach called Cabbage Beach on that island, and I love Cabbage Beach because it gives you a nice turquoise color in the water, but on certain areas of the beach, and I've never seen this before in any other beach, you can actually dive in from the shore because it has a little ridge, a lip.
Okay.
So you can stand right on the shore and dive in, and I've never experienced that in any other beach. So that's really unique on Cabbage Beach. Another one in Grand Bahama Island up north. Grand Bahama is considered more of our eco-adventure island. Now there's an area called Gold Rock Beach, and this is towards the eastern end of the island. We like to call it the welcome mat for the island, because you can actually, on Gold Rock Beach, you can walk out for yards into the sea because it stays shallow, and that is super unique. And in that area on Gold Rock Beach, you don't get many visitors. The area actually has 3 ecosystems in one. You have our Lucayan Caves, where it has remnants of our Arawak Indians from the past. And also in the cave is a blue hole. And also there's a boardwalk over some mangrove, and then the mangrove boardwalk leads out to Gold Rock Beach. So that's really special because you get 3 ecosystems in one. And then of course we're going to mention the Exumas as well too. The Exumas, chain islands in the central Bahamas there, 365 of them. And those sandbars are extremely unique. Those are my top.
That sounds incredible. Thanks, Vlad. So yeah, you mentioned getting ahead, but what underwater experiences such as blue holes, as you mentioned, reefs or shipwrecks are must-sees in the Bahamas?
Oh man. So off the coast of Grand Bahama, if you're a snorkeler or a scuba diver, we have lots of underwater experiences from reefs, wrecks, walls, and of course blue holes. So blue holes, basically an underwater sinkhole. They can be inland or in the open ocean. It's basically fresh water on top, and then as you go back down, it gets more saltier, but extends extremely deep. You don't want to sink in there, but that's a really premier experience. And if you look, we have an island called Long Island, and that is known for Dean's Blue Hole, which is one of our more popular blue holes, and that's been navigated from lots of exploration companies, including National Geographic. So lots to do on land as well as in the open ocean.
Yeah, that's amazing. I actually did do that in
Oh,
NASA.
you did?
Yeah, I did snorkeling as well. It was really cool. Yeah, so I definitely recommend that. Other than the water activities, what are some only the Bahamas experiences that visitors can enjoy?
You know, something that's really underrated in the Bahamas is our cuisine.
Oh, okay.
Very hearty, very flavorful, and of course centered around seafood.
Yeah.
So mainly conch. Conch is kind of like a sea snail, and we pull them right out of the water. And the main dish that we have is conch salad. So it's chopped up conch, tomatoes, sweet pepper, onions, lime juice on top with some goat pepper.
Oh.
Give you a little bit of spice, a little bit of kick.
Okay.
So that's our premier. It's almost like a comparable to like a ceviche.
Yeah.
But we have that. But we do conch in so many different varieties. We have conch and rice, conch chowder, cracked conch, which is basically like fried conch. When looking at the experiences that are unique, I would say the cuisine.
Yeah.
And some of the popular things to do is food tours. So you can actually do food tours. For example, in Nassau, the metropolitan area, there's a vendor called True Bahamian Food Tours. And that is the more popular one where you can just, like island hopping,
Yeah.
you can restaurant hop.
Oh, wow.
So just go from restaurant in downtown Nassau, get a bite of conch salad, seasoned fried snapper, grouper, lobster. So if you're a seafood lover.
Yeah, no, I'm actually kind of upset that I didn't try that. I wish we could have done this earlier. So other than the conch, you said the foods, is there any must-try foods or drinks that are unique just to the Bahamas?
Yes. So there's one called Sky Juice or Gully Wash, depending on where you're from in the Bahamas. On Grand Bahama, where the island where I'm from, we call it Gully Wash. And it's a coconut-based drink. So you have coconut, and you mix it with sweet milk.
Okay.
And you top it off with gin, of course.
Yeah.
We're Island Nation.
Yeah.
Gin and then some nutmeg. And if you really want to spice it up, I put a little bit of coconut rum in there, put a little bit of cinnamon in there, and you shake it up and you serve it nice and frosty.
Okay.
So that's a premier one that we have all through the year, but it gets a spike in demand during the holidays, Christmas, and we're going to discuss Christmas later. Holidays are a big time in the Bahamas as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds great. Get one of those by the beach or something.
Oh, there you go. Now we're talking.
Yeah,
now we're talking.
So where can visitors experience the famous swimming pigs? And then could you tell us the story behind that attraction?
It is funny. It is absolutely funny. So when you're looking on the map, we mentioned the Exumas earlier. There's 365 islands in the central of the Bahamas. So they're like a mini Bahamas within the Bahamas. And so because these islands are so closely together, popular thing is just island hopping, sailing between each island. And some of these islands are 5, 10, 15 minutes in between. And some of the islands, it's so close you could actually throw a stone between them, but it's really the turquoise waters that draw people to the Exumas, hands down the best waters in the country. And so people, it's funny, the swimming pig experience, they're on Big Major Key, also known as Pig Beach. And so it's a group of 20 to 25 pigs and piglets. They have some big boys over there too. But how the story originated, we're not exactly sure. Some people say that some sailors were carrying them and they fell off the boat and swam to the nearest island. Some say that they were from a farmer and he never came back. We don't know. But the bottom line is it wasn't supposed to be an experience, and they ended up on the island, and they started, of course, swimming out to greet people, of course, expecting a snack. That helps. But yeah, it just took a whole life of its own, and but we really want to hone in that it's not just the pigs in Exuma. You go to Pig Beach, of course, but there's also Leaf Key, where you can feed the iguanas. You can go to Compass Key and swim with nurse sharks and other fish. And then a lot of nice, beautiful yachts at Compass Key as well too. Then you have Thunderball Grotto in the Exuma chain, a cave system that you can go snorkeling through. And it has holes in the limestone roof. And you can imagine the sunlight beaming down through those holes in the limestone roof, hitting those turquoise waters. It gives you an experience like no other, and that's the one of the top Instagram worthy moments ever. So we really want to drive home. It's not just these guys.
Yeah,
they're in the Exumas.
They're cute though.
They are cute. They are cute. But yes, it's a diverse experience in the Exumas.
Absolutely. Could you tell us the story behind the pink sand beaches?
Yes. So the pink sands, if you look here, we have Eleuthera and Harbor Island, also in the central Bahamas. And Harbor Island is known as the hot spot for pink sand beaches. And it's basically disintegrated coral that gives it that pink sand color. But I recently learned that Harbor Island is not the only island that has pink sand. We also have pink sand on Cat Island as well too. And of course, this pink sand is really brings a draw for people wanting to take a little sample home and keep with them. But I've been to that pink sand beach on Harbor Island. It is a different world over there. Harbor Island is small. It's really rural. So small that most people use golf carts to get around.
Oh, really?
Really tight corners, not many actual cars there. It's golf carts.
So what are the most convenient options to travel between the islands?
You know what? So our main international airport is Selinden-Pinning International Airport in Nassau. So the rule of thumb is once you get to Nassau, you have easy proximity and easy access to the rest of the islands. And we're really close. So from Nassau to Andros, Nassau, Eleuthera, Nassau, Exumas, these are short flights, 20 to 30 minute flights. So you're going up and you're coming right back down. But as you can imagine, sailing over our islands and just seeing the turquoise water, and then you can see those beautiful little islands on your way up. So that's an experience in itself in the flight. Now, we also have ferries that go, but ferries are longer, and depending on the weather, it can get really choppy. So we tend to maybe not advise the ferries, but it's still a great experience. But if you're looking for more comfort and ease of proximity, we would recommend flying. Now, going back to the Exumas, there's actually a popular adventure called the Powerboat Adventure. And it takes you from Nassau to the Exumas, so you get a day trip of island hopping on a high-speed boat. So that's a super fun experience, and that's really popular, and that's seen some great traction with us. So there's multiple ways to do it, but primarily we would advise flying between our islands. Yeah.
That's awesome. Are there any cultural festivals or events that travelers could plan their vacation around?
Oh my goodness, and that's such a timely question right now. Summertime. We have the Goombay Summer Festivals going on multiple islands. So I like to describe Goombay Summer Festival as basically a one-stop shop for all things culture in the Bahamas.
Okay.
So of course you're gonna have your Bahamas music performances on a big stage. But for culture, you're gonna have your lots of cuisine, as we discussed before, lots of seafood. Of course, the gully wash is gonna be there as well. You're gonna have lots of souvenirs, straw vending, wood carvings. And then at the end of the night of the Goombay Summer Festival, we have our junk canoe rush out parade. And Junkanoo is basically the Bahamas version of Carnival, but with larger costumes. And these costumes, the base of them are cardboard, and then we paste on them with crepe paper, and you have beads, feathers. So these are large units. These are large pieces. So it's the costumes, and then the combination between our Junkanoo band made up of goatskin drums. And you have the bass drums. Then you have a brass section, tuba, trombone, trumpet, whistles, conch shells blowing. So, and it's in unison, and then you have the dancers, the choreography. So it's a beautiful cultural celebration. So that's gonna finish off the night with a bang. But the Gombe Summer Festival happening throughout the month of July, primarily through all of our islands. That's a must-see event.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Sounds so unique. Yeah. What local customs or etiquette should travelers be aware of?
So Bahamas, we're very personable, and it's very much warm hospitality in the Bahamas. So a lot of people say their favorite part of it is the people. Whenever you enter a place and you see someone, it's very accustomed to acknowledge them and say good morning. And if you don't say that, it's not viewed very favorably. So just having that presence, and that boosts our Bahamian spirit and shows you our Bahamas hospitality.
Yeah, I totally agree. When I was there, I was just talking to everyone was talking to me. It was awesome. It was a full social experience. Yeah, it was really cool. What unique shopping or artisan products should visitors look out for?
So definitely straw vending. We have some really talented persons in the straw market, and and you want to hone in on those authentic Bahamian pieces for sure.
Yeah.
And since conch is one of our favorite dishes, we have a lot of pieces from the conch shells, and those can be turned into art. Those can be turned into jewelry as well too. So we see a lot of people collecting those conch shells in the different pieces, turning them into earrings, turning them into bracelets. So yeah, those are some cool pieces as well.
Something to look out for sure. What are some family-friendly and adults-only travel recommendations?
So definitely something that would always resonate with the kids is that Exuma's pig experience, island hopping from Nassau, or you can be in Exuma and island hop with them. Probably one of the premier ones is our flagship resort called the Atlantis Paradise Island on Paradise Island. The resort itself takes you about 3 hours to walk around the whole thing.
Oh wow.
It's huge.
Yeah.
But there's so much to offer there, from the marine habitat where they have stingray pools, turtle pools, and then they have the Leap of Faith slide that sends you down at high speed, and then you're going down on your little floaty going through a shark tank. So it gives you that adrenaline rush at the same time. So that's something as a kid you will always remember. When I was a kid, I did that, and that's never leaving me, never ever.
Yeah, I feel like I remember that forever too. It sounds pretty cool, yeah. So how safe is the Bahamas for solo travelers and for families?
Great question. So we know Nassau is our metropolitan area. Outside of Nassau is the Bahamas Out Islands. So on the Out Islands, it's very usual for people to not even lock their doors. That's the type of community mindset that they have in the Bahamas Out Islands. And when you're traveling to Nassau, be it a more populous and metropolitan area, we have a large police presence in the downtown core in Nassau, so it's very safe for visitors. And when you combine that with the Bahamian hospitality, it makes you feel like right at home.
Yeah, when I was there, I didn't feel like I felt safe at home. Yeah, everyone was so nice. Yeah. So you mentioned Christmas time as well as the summer festivals. What do you think is the best time of year to visit the island Bahamas?
Now, so if you want to get away from the crowds, September is typically our slowest month for travel. So you may want to travel during that month. But definitely, I like to say the second week in January is pretty good as well too, because of course during the holiday season you have people like myself wanting to go back home. You have students from across the globe going back home, but then after the holidays, everyone goes back to work, everyone goes back to school. So it's the hotel inventory dips down a little bit. So check out that second week of January.
Kind of the perfect in-between
Yes,
time.
exactly.
And you escape the winters too.
There you go.
Yeah.
Very important.
Yeah. Are there any rising travel trends or particular island experiences that you seem are attracting more people?
Oh, yeah, great questions. Great questions.
Thank you.
So we've seen an uptick in smaller boutique resorts, and that's tailored towards our Bahamas out islands that are less traveled, less populated, more secluded and private. So people are looking for those type of experiences, maybe some villa properties. Tapering to those kind of experiences, people are asking for, as well as some long-term stays. We have a lot of snowboards, of course, going to our islands. So people are staying for 1 month, 2 months, and they want those properties that may have a restaurant, but they can do without it because they have kitchens and kitchenettes for them to cook on their own. So we're seeing the longer term travel stays giving an uptick in business right now.
So it's kind of like your own private getaway almost
There you
for
go.
a couple months.
There you go.
That'd be amazing. Have recent changes in travelers' interest in Cuba influenced the Bahamas in any way?
You know what? It's the travel industry is fluid, but we have seen definite growth and strong demand for the first quarter of this year.
Okay.
And of course, the Bahamas being a diverse destination with the islands that we have to offer, it's also diverse in accommodation options. So we just mentioned long-term stay options that we have. We also have all-inclusives. Although when I go to shows, speaking to advisors, speaking to consumers, they always have this preconceived notion that we don't have all-inclusives, but we do. We have them in Nassau, Paradise Island, with the famous sandals, Royal Bahamian. We have Warwick, Paradise Island in Nassau. There's Breezes in Cable Beach. We also in Grand Bahama have Wyndham property, the Viva Wyndham Fortuna Beach, and that's the only all-inclusive for all ages in the country. And then we have those smaller boutique resorts as well as big mega resorts like the Atlantis and Bahamar. So we do have that versatility to offer people as opposed to the Cuba demand.
Yeah, okay. That's great. What measures are in place to ensure that tourism benefits all residents across the islands of Bahamas?
So we know that the strong demand is for Nassau. So Nassau gets a lot of business, but we want to divert people and direct traffic to our Bahamas out islands because they're so unique and there's so much space for them to travel, and they're really undiscovered. So we're pushing those. For example, our Bahamas Out Island Promotion Board, which represents member properties across these out islands, they have a promotion going on where you have a $250 air credit. So if you're booking a package for 4 nights or more, you can apply that $250 credit, and that gives you some relief for easy travel from Nassau to these Bahamas out islands. So we want to spread the wealth, and we want people to reach out into those Bahamas out islands.
That's a great idea. As tourism continues to evolve, what developments or opportunities are you most excited for in the future?
You know what? I've seen also an uptick in wellness activities, and that's something that goes under the radar with the Bahamas as well too. We in Nassau, we have a property called Sivananda Ashram Retreat, which tailors towards the wellness but the yoga clientele, and they are always booked solid. The island of Eleuthera has lots of natural wellness experiences, known for their pineapple fields. So we call it the pineapples are so sweet. They're called sugarloaf. That's how sweet they are. But Eleuthera is home to lots of bush medicines and teas that can be used for different remedies. So the combination of all of those things together promotes wellness. So that's a really something that goes under the radar.
Definitely a big aspect of it, yeah.
For sure.
So finally, what message would you like to share with all the TripToGo travelers for their considering Bahamas for their next vacation?
Oh my goodness. So first of all, thank you for the hospitality, but the Bahamas is an easy destination, very familiar globally, and lots of experiences. It's very easy to get down to.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like I said, looking from the map, it's easy to see our diversity. You can have a two-centered holiday in one, like visiting two destinations in one trip.
Yeah.
You go down to Nassau and get that big metropolitan experience at the Bahamas, at Atlantis, and see all the busy hustle and bustle with the strong tourism presence. And then only a 20-minute flight away, you could be in the Exumas on one of those secluded sandbars and be by yourself and not see a soul.
Yeah.
So it's that contrast. Only a short flight away between the two that really sets us apart.
Yeah, so many unique experiences.
Mm-hmm.
You can just do it the way you want to do it. So thank you so much for joining us today. It's been wonderful to get all your insights in the Bahamas.
Yeah, that is great. Thanks for the hospitality, guys. I love the office. Great energy. No, this is cool.
Yeah,
Thanks so much.
you. Thanks so much for being joining us. That wraps up today's journey through the Bahamas. We hope you're leaving with fresh inspiration and maybe even a few new destinations on your travel bucket list. If you're ready to turn those island dreams into reality, be sure to follow us for more destination stories, expert travel tips, and exclusive travel inspiration. Until next time, I'm Kevin, and thanks for joining us. We'll see you on our next info session.